utility maximization. So utility maximization is basically the reason for consumer theory. Okay, so it's the main motive to study consumer theory. So, so a rational consumer, we assume that he'll pick the bundle which given her budget constraint maximizes her utility. So एक budget constraint में रह के the consumer wants to maximize the utility. So the problem is that of constraint optimization. Okay. So constraint optimization problem is a class of optimization problems in which there is some given constraint, and given that constraint you want to optimize. For example, if you talk about physics, okay, so let's say you have been given the task to make a carrier which is very strong, which okay, so you want a carrier in which you want to seat people, okay, and this has to be very strong so that it can bear a lot of force. So in that case, this is an open optimization problem. You can make it as strong as you want. Okay, you can keep increasing the thickness of the shell, and this will keep on becoming stronger and stronger. But let's say now the problem is that you have to make this a plane. Alright, so if it is a plane, then the problem is different, because if it is very heavy, then it cannot fly. So let's say they say you that the weight of the aircraft cannot be larger than, let's say, 50 tons. So given this constraint of 50 tons, now you want to find the thickness which optimizes the strength of the aircraft. So that is the constraint optimization problem. So they have given you a budget of how much weight you can use, 50 tons. So constraint optimization problem is not something which is constrained to economics. It is done in a lot of places. Okay, for example, you have to decide how much time to allocate to different subjects during exam. Okay, so let's say your exam goes on for 3 weeks, and you have to give 5 exams in 3 weeks. So you have a limited amount of time, and you want to allocate this time between different subjects so as to maximize the total return, that is the overall aggregate marks. Okay, that's going to be generally the idea of constraint optimization, कि हमेशा कुछ एक constraint होगा और हमेशा कुछ एक चीज होगी जिसको तुम optimize कर रहे होंगे. Okay, so that's the idea. Alright, so first of all, we'll look at the assumptions which we are going to make in order to generally be able to solve these kind of problems. The first assumption is local non-satiation. Okay, uh, so local non-satiation, what it says is that given any point you're at, let's say you're at a point A, I can always construct a circle no matter how small around this A, such that in this circle you will always find another point A prime which is strictly preferred to A. This is local non-satiation. So to understand this from a geographical perspective, what it means is तुमको मैं दुनिया में कहीं भी पटक दूं at point A, उसके अराउंड कम से कम एक पॉइंट ऐसा होगा विच इज एट अ हायर एल्टीट्यूड. ठीक है, you will never be at a peak. So this world is not our world. In our world we have peaks. If I put you on K2, on the peak of K2, okay, so this is K2 and this is Everest. If I put you on K2, इसके अराउंड एक सर्कल है जिसके अंदर और कोई पॉइंट इससे ऊंचा नहीं है. Obviously, if you make a large enough circle, there will be some point which is larger than K2. But the idea is, no matter how small a circle you build, you will always be able to find a point which is giving you more utility than the original point. So that property is not satisfied by our world. Our world has local satiation points. But the economic world which we are in this world, we are going to assume that such points do not exist. Okay, there's no local maxima, there's no global maxima. Okay, so imagine that, so this thing is an assumption. This thing is an assumption because this is generally not true. So let's take an example. Let's say it's your friend's birthday party. Okay? So generally what happens in friends' birthday party is they take you to a restaurant and there are different things on the menu. Good X, let's say pizza, good Y, let's say burger, good Z, let's say beer, good W, let's say anything milkshake. So there are different things on the menu. You don't have to pay for anything. Does this mean you'll keep on eating till the restaurant runs out? No, you won't. You will eat till a point and then you're like, I'm done. This is your satiation point. You are satisfied at this point and you don't want to reach anymore. So eating more, eating less, any kind of movement around this point will lower your utility. Okay, so we are going to assume, so this is a local satiation point. We are going to assume there exists no such point. We are going to assume local non-satiation. Okay, so given an opportunity, you would always be able to find another point which is at a higher altitude, which gives you more utility than the original point which you were at. Okay, so that's your local non-satiation assumption. No, that's the assumption कि it won't be. Assumption होता है, like I say, होता है, reality में होता है, that's why it's an assumption. So there is a difference between assumption and theorems. Theorems are always true, assumptions are something you take them to be true. Okay. Second is no utility from wealth. Basically पैसा बचा के कोई utility नहीं मिलने वाली है. This is again an assumption because this is generally not true. We see our parents, our elder siblings, everybody is saving. Okay, when we earn, we will also be saving. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So that's why I'm saying assumption. Do not say it's easy to refute an assumption because it's an assumption. Okay, uh, so I'm saying these assumptions does not mean that they are true. नहीं, हाँ कंज्यूम अभी यूटिलिटी मैक्सिमाइजेशन के लिए. So no utility from wealth. So it is assumed that the consumer draws no utility from saving. तो इट्स लाइक कि मैंने तुमको बोल दिया कि साल के शुरुआत में मैं तुम्हें 20,000 रुपए दे रहा हूँ. ठीक है, साल के एंड तक इसमें से जितना खर्च करना है कर लो, जितना भी बचेगा मैं ले लूंगा. दैट्स व्हाट यूजुअली हैपेंस इन लेट्स से गवर्नमेंट डिपार्टमेंट्स. तो गवर्नमेंट डिपार्टमेंट्स को गवर्नमेंट कुछ एलोकेट करती है फंड एट द बिगिनिंग ऑफ एवरी फाइनेंशियल ईयर एंड देन दे आर लाइक कि जितना स्पेंड करना है कर लो. इफ यू आर अनएबल टू स्पेंड इट देन द गवर्नमेंट विल टेक इट बैक. So you can imagine such a similar situation. Okay, so it will not be true in intertemporal model, but right now it is. Then market economy. Now market economy is an assumption where you say that the prices are fixed. So price is unaffected by quantity of individual consumer which he decides to buy. So let's say तुम जाके बोलो कि 10 किलो चावल खरीदना है, तो तुम्हारा किराने वाला नहीं बोलेगा कि तुम बहुत ज़्यादा चावल खरीद रहे हो, मेरे को चावल का रेट बढ़ाना पड़ेगा. Okay, so that's generally we'll assume कि no consumer is consuming as much which changes the prices. But obviously this might not be true. Let's say you have a consumer which is a firm which has got contract for, let's say, building the stadium for Olympics. So for building stadium for Olympics, it needs all kind of capital requirements, cement, steel, bricks, etc. So as soon as they start construction, the prices of all these things will go up because it's a huge consumer. This firm becomes a huge consumer in this case, and the quantity it decides to buy can change, alter all these things, the prices of all these things. But that's what, it's an assumption. We're saying that nobody is going to consume so much that the prices can change because of just their consumption. Huh? It's easy to violate the assumptions. That's what I'm saying. Try to understand the assumption. Don't try to refute an assumption. Nobody will give you marks to refute an assumption. I'm beginning by saying it's not a theorem. Try to disprove a theorem, then you will be getting a PhD directly. Don't try to disprove a theorem, assumption, because the word assumption says कि I can be disproved easily. Yeah. So that's why I say ज़्यादा demand करोगे तो price change होगा. That's the basic economics everybody knows. So that's why it's an assumption, right? Okay, so those are the assumptions. Now the next set of thing that I need is budget line and budget set. So the idea of budget is, let's say you have an income I and you are faced with prices Px and Py. Okay, so given an income and given certain set of prices, the budget set is the set of all points x comma y belonging to the consumption set such that Pxx plus Pyy is less than equal to I. Basically, all those points in the consumption set which are affordable, that's your budget set. So let's say I want to plot these set of points. So Pxx plus Pyy less than equal to I. So first I plot the line Pxx plus Pyy equal to I. So that is this line, let's say. ठीक है, अब इस लाइन को प्लॉट करने का तरीका बहुत सिंपल है. If you put x equal to 0, y becomes I by Py. So that's called your y-intercept. If you put x equal to, if you put y equals to 0, you get x equals to I by Px. That becomes your x-intercept. The y-intercept, it represents the maximum amount of y that you can purchase. So if you spend your entire income on y, this is the maximum amount of y you can purchase. And the x-intercept, it represents the maximum amount of x that you can purchase. Okay. In those points, when you connect, you get your budget line. So this thing is known as your budget line. Now, what I'm actually interested in budget set. Budget set is less than equal to I. So budget set would be everything below this line. Now technically I only am interested in the first quadrant, so बाकी points को मैं delete कर दूंगा and I am only interested in this triangle. Okay, so you can add additional constraints here instead. So instead of just relying on this one set of constraint, you can write the budget set as Px plus Py less than equal to I, comma x greater than equal to 0, comma y greater than equal to 0. So this is a complete definition of budget set now. It says that the points must be affordable and the quantities must be non-negative. You cannot consume negative amounts of any quantity. So that gives you your budget line. Okay. Now let us put the assumptions and the budget line together. Okay. So let's say this is your budget line. The first assumption that we did was local non-satiation. अब local non-satiation हुआ तो if there is local satiation, then what would happen? What will happen is you can get a point which is in the inside, which is the optimum. ठीक है, so हो सकता है कि you get an interior point which is an optima and you are not consuming your complete budget. ठीक है, so you are saying no such thing happens. If there is any, if you start with any interior point, you would always be able to find another point in its vicinity which gives you higher utility, and then around this point you will find another point which gives you higher utility, and keep on moving away till you don't hit the budget line. That's the idea. So local non-satiation says that there is no interior optimum. So local non-satiation says कि optima होगा तो वो इस लाइन पे ही होगा. ओके, इस लाइन के बाहर नहीं होगा, अंदर भी नहीं होगा. बाहर तो होगा ही नहीं, अंदर नहीं होगा. Okay, so that's the reason why we make this assumption of local non-satiation. हाँ, ब्लू वाले पॉइंट पे भी लोकल नॉन सेसिएशन एग्जिस्ट करता है. सो ब्लू वाले पॉइंट के अबाउट यू कैन हैव another point here which is at a higher utility, but then this point is not affordable. That's the problem. कि blue वाले point के about there's this orange point which is at higher utility, but you are not allowed to go above anymore. Okay, so you'll keep on going above till you hit the budget line. So there is going to be no interior optimum. The second point was uh, no utility from wealth, which basically means that you will not save. ऐसा नहीं होगा कि तुम बोलो कि नहीं मेरे को पूरा नहीं स्पेंड करना, मैं थोड़ा ही स्पेंड करूंगा. So you do not push your budget line inside. You do not save. You will be like कि मेरे को पूरा स्पेंड करना है. Okay, so the budget line is fixed. Okay, so no utility from wealth means the budget line is fixed. And final assumption was market economy, which meant that prices are fixed, which basically means that the budget line is linear. The budget line is a line. If the prices were not fixed, the budget line could actually be a curve itself. You don't know. ठीक है, तो हो सकता है कि प्राइसेस इस टाइप के है कि तुमको बजट लाइन जो है कर्व मिल जाए. लेट्स से फॉर लेस यूनिट्स ऑफ एक्स यू गेट हायर प्राइस, बट ज्यादा यूनिट्स ऑफ एक्स तुम कंज्यूम करोगे तो देन द रिटेलर गिव्स यू डिस्काउंट कि नहीं सर आप ज्यादा कंज्यूम कर रहे हो तो मैं आपको डिस्काउंट दे दूंगा. ओके, सो इन दैट केस बजट लाइन बिकम्स नॉन लीनियर. So we will encounter cases like these as well. Just electricity. So electricity has some price for small consumption. Let's say X is electricity. So for less units of consumption, the price is low. For higher units of consumption, the price increases. So electricity or किसी और good Y का budget line would look like this. At lower levels of consumption of उल्टा बना दिया मैंने. Let's say electricity is here and Y is here. Okay, so but initially when you start consuming electricity, that is when you start giving up Y. Okay, let's say you have Y electricity here and Y here. Alright, so initially you are consuming only Y. So initially when you start consuming electricity, ठीक है, so let's say buy is a numeraire good जिसका price 1 है, electricity है जिसका price starting में 1 है बाद में 2 है. So initially when you start consuming electricity, to get 1 unit of electricity you have to get 1 unit of Y. After some point, after you reach a threshold amount of electricity E0, after this point the price of electricity becomes 2. So to gain 1 unit of electricity you have to give up 2 units of Y. Okay, so इसके बाद steep हो जाएगा. Okay, because now for 1 unit of electricity, to gain 1 unit of electricity you have to give up 2 units of Y. पहले to gain 1 unit of electricity you are giving up 1 unit of Y. Now you are giving up 2 units of Y. Right? So अलग अलग टाइप की budget lines बन जाएगी. So these are cases where we relax the assumption of market economy. Okay, now let us superimpose the indifference curves on the budget set. Okay, so till now what we have told is that the budget line is linear and the budget set is this triangle which lies below the budget line, the shaded region. Now let us impose these 3 indifference curves and let us try to figure out what the consumer will do. So what is the aim of the consumer in this case is, it is to reach the highest possible indifference curve. That is the aim of the consumer. To maximize utility means reach the highest possible indifference curve. Okay, so these are 3 indifference curves. Let's say he starts with some point like A. Now starting from point A, he'll think कि point A पे मुझे जितना utility मिल रहा है, ठीक है, उतना same utility मुझे B पे मिल रहा है. But he won't shift to B because at B his money is consumed, but he is at the same utility level basically. But if he moves to any point like here, so he'll realize that at any point like here, he's at a higher utility, but he still has money to spare. So he'll keep on moving up till he has money to spare. So he'll basically reach a point like C where the indifference curve is tangent. So the theorem is, given the assumptions, a consumer picks the point where budget line is tangent to IC. This is now a theorem that given that the assumptions which we have seen, the three assumptions, given that they are true, the consumer picks a point where budget line is tangent to the IC. Okay, so let us try to refute this theorem. Let us assume not. Let us assume not. Huh? नहीं, given assumption the theorem is true. That is what I am saying. कि अगर assumptions true है तो ये theorem true है. अगर assumption तुमने violate कर दिया तो फिर theorem hold नहीं करेगा. Let us assume a situation where the highest utility, the utility maximization is not happening at the tangency point. So let's say it's happening at a point like this. अगर tangency point नहीं है तो मतलब या तो ऐसा कोई point है या फिर interior point है. ओके, सो अगर इंटीरियर पॉइंट है, सो यू नो कि अगर इंटीरियर पॉइंट है, सो देर आर ऑल दीज पॉइंट्स ऑफ हायर यूटिलिटी अबव विच आर ऑल्सो अफोर्डेबल, जो तुम नहीं कंज्यूम कर रहे हो. ठीक है, अगेन बाय सिमिलर लॉजिक अगर यहां पर भी हो तो भी यहां से भी देर आर पॉइंट्स हियर विच आर एट अ हायर यूटिलिटी एंड विच आर कॉस्टिंग यू जस्ट एज मच or less than this point. So ऐसा कोई भी point नहीं होगा which is the maximum utility, because all these points are giving you higher utility than all these 3 points. So any interior point or non-tangential point cannot be the optima. The optima can only be a tangency point. So imagine a tangency point now. So let's say this is the tangency point. अब higher utility वाले points कौन से हैं? ऊपर वाले points हैं. But they are not affordable. Okay, so that's the idea of tangency, कि tangent point के से higher utility वाले जो भी points होंगे, they are going to be non-affordable. At any other point, there are going to be points which are at a higher utility and they are affordable. So that's why non-tangential points will not be the optimum. Okay, so remember this is true only when the assumptions are true. अगर तुम assumptions violate कर देते हो तो फिर ये चीज generally true नहीं होगी. For example, if I assume local satiation, ठीक है, so let's say there is local satiation, let's say 2,2 is the ideal for you. So you have concentric circle वाले ICs, let's say, around 2,2. This is the highest IC. The ICs are increasing in this direction. Now if I take a budget line like this, तो फिर इस केस में टेंजेंशियल होगा, then this will be the optimum. But if I take a budget line like this, as we will see later on, the optimum will be this, क्योंकि this is the highest point. This is the global maximum of your utility. So अगर तुम ये point afford कर सकते हो तो तुम यही point afford करोगे irrespective of how rich you are. But if you are sufficiently poor, you will choose a tangential point. किसकी? इसको? हाँ. नहीं, ये रेड पॉइंट तो हाईएस्ट आईसी है. दिस इज द हाईएस्ट पीक. नहीं, दैट्स व्हाट आई एम सेइंग. यही तो है लोकल नॉन सेशिएट. तुम फ्रेंड के बर्थडे पार्टी में गए तो तुम ये पॉइंट पे कंज्यूम कर रहे हो. दिस इज योर सेशिएटेड पॉइंट. ठीक है, फिर तुम अपने साथ 1,000 रुपए लाओ या 2,000, 10,000 लाओ, एज लॉन्ग एज तुम यही पॉइंट पे कंज्यूम करोगे। तुम्हारी जेब में भले 50,000 रुपए हो और फ्रेंड की बर्थडे पार्टी है, तुम थोड़ी एक्स्ट्रा कुछ खरीद के खाओगे। इट्स लाइक गोइंग टू अ वेडिंग। होंगे तुम बहुत अमीर, बट एक वेडिंग में जाके सब लोग लाइन में लग के ही खाते हैं, या कोई अपने जेब से स्पेंड नहीं करेगा एक्स्ट्रा। सो दैट्स द आइडिया। Okay, now there are cases where the ICs might not be convex. Okay, so ICs could be non-convex. So the difference between convex and non-convex is clear here. So convexity के case में there's going to be a unique optima which is very easy to find. But let's say you relax convexity and you get a situation like this. Okay. So what you are basically doing is you are finding the tangency condition on the budget line. That's what you are looking for. You're looking for the IC which is tangent to the budget line. That will be your maximum utility point. But in case of convexity, this IC, this point, utility maximization point, is unique. But when you relax convexity, you can get two situations: either multiple tangencies or no tangencies. So ये दो cases हो सकते हैं. Either you get multiple tangencies or you get no tangencies at all. Okay. So in the first example, we have relaxed convexity. The curve is convex at places and concave at places. So in this case, you are getting three tangencies. There are three ICs which are going to be tangent. एक इन दोनों के बीच में एक और IC होगा, which will be tangent here. So there are going to be three tangential points, A, B and C. So when you get multiple tangency points, you're going to pick the point which is corresponding to the highest utility, which in this case is U2, which is point A. So point A corresponds to the highest indifference curve. So that's why you're going to pick point A. Alright. So when you get multiple tangency conditions, just check the utility on each of the tangential points. जो भी point highest utility दे रहा है, that point is going to be the actual utility optimum. ठीक है? So what you're doing is you are finding the, so अभी directly देख के you cannot compare if Mount Everest is higher or K2 is higher. So what I'm saying is find out the height at all these points. दूर से देख के तुम्हें लगेगा K2, if there's a point where you can see both K2 and Everest, दूर से देख के you cannot figure out which of these things is higher. What you need is to find the actual altitude on both these points and then measure कि इन दोनों में से कौन सा actually higher है. So that's what you do. दूर से देख के तुम्हें लगेगा ये तीन tangency points है. Then actually measure the utility at these 3 points. The one which is giving the higher utilities in these three, that will be the actual optimum. The other case is no tangency. So this is the case where the ICs are never tangent to the budget line. Okay, so in this case just go for the corner solution. So इस केस में हमको क्या करना है? No tangencies के केस में either the x intercept or the y intercept. Okay, so you are going to pick either of these 2 points. So just check the utility. Just check the utility at these 2 points and you will be figuring out कि कौन सी वाली utility higher है. Okay. So corner solution, it exists when there is no point of tangency utility constraint over budget line. So a very good example for this is quasi-linear. So let's say you say that utility equals to uh, x plus ln y, right? So ये तुम्हारा क्वाजी लीनियर प्रेफरेंस है. So इसके आईसीज किस टाइप के होंगे? No, 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 not horizontal line. They are going to be convex, but so y can never be zero क्योंकि वो ln के अंदर है. ठीक है? So y can never be zero because it is in ln. So in this case, the ICs, they look like this. Y never zero, so y can be any positive number but not zero. So generally इस टाइप के ICs होते हैं कि यहाँ पे कुछ स्लोप होगा and then it keeps on falling. ठीक है? So the slope will be maximum at this point and then the slope becomes it keeps on reducing. Now if the IC is steeper than this thing, so the IC अगर ऐसा है कि it is steeper than this value, अगर ये तुम्हारा sorry budget line, if budget line is steeper than the maximum slope of the ICs, then इस केस में कोई टेंजेंसी नहीं होगी. इस केस में ये वाला कॉर्नर सोल्यूशन हो जाएगा तुम्हारा. Okay. So quasi-linear preferences, we are going to come to it again after we develop the utility maximization technique. Another example is perfect substitutes. तो perfect substitutes तो हमको पता ही है, अगर ICs इस टाइप के हैं और budget line is let's say like this, तो टेंजेंसी कहीं पे भी नहीं है. यू आर गोइंग टू पिक द हाईएस्ट वन. सो तुम एक्स और वाई इंटरसेप्ट पे चेक कर लो एंड यू फिगर आउट द हाईएस्ट कौन सा है. विल डील विद केसेस लेटर ऑन. राइट नाउ वी जस्ट लुकिंग एट थियोरी फॉर अ व्हाइल. ठीक है? सो टू गुड्स के केस में मुझे करना क्या है? सो दिस इज द केस ऑफ टू गुड्स. टू गुड्स के केस में आई हैव टू फाइंड द टेंजेंसी कंडीशन ऑन द बजट लाइन. ओके, सो लेट्स assume for the time being कि जो जितने भी मेरे assumptions थे वो सब true है. So in order to find the maxima, the optima, what I need to do is find tangency on the budget line. So I have to find the tangency condition on the budget line. ठीक है? So let's say this is the budget line. इस पे मुझे tangency पता करनी है किसी IC की. So this is my IC. So I have to find this x and y on the budget line जहाँ पे indifference curve is tangent. So in order to find x and y are two variables that you are trying to find. So in order to find two variables, you need two equations. So that's generally true. If you want to solve for n variables, you need n independent equations. So this is a good exercise, always trying to first figuring out कि मेरे variables unknowns कितने हैं and then trying to find out कि अब उनको solve करने के लिए equations कौन सी चाहिए मुझे. So microeconomics में the game is never going to be कि equations बहुत solve difficult है. It will always be about being able to form your equations. If you can form your equations, you will be able to solve them. ठीक है? Now how do I form the equations? In order to form the equations, I need properties about x and y. ठीक है? So the first property is that they are on the budget line, which means x and y solve the budget line. So they solve the budget line means px into x plus py into y must be equal to I. So that's because they are on the budget line. So that's equation number 1. Okay. Equation number 2 is टेंजेंसी. टेंजेंसी का मतलब क्या होता है? स्लोप इक्वल. व्हाट इज द स्लोप ऑफ दिस बजट लाइन? px upon py, or rather minus px upon py. Okay, this must be equal to the slope. what is the slope of the budget line of the IC? dy by dx. dy by dx is the slope. अब ये माइनस को यहां से हटा के मैं यहां पे डाल देता हूं. So px by py is equals to minus dy by dx. Now minus dy by dx is nothing but price MRS, and px by py is something we call as the price ratio. So MRS equals to price ratio. Okay. MRS equals to the price ratio. Okay. So px x plus py equals to I, and MRS equals to price ratio. These are going to be the two equations that you use to solve any problem. Now obviously ये दो system of equations है. When you're solving two system of equations, mathematically there are always three conditions possible. One is unique solution, the other is no solution, the third is infinite solutions. So the reason we like convexity is because in convexity you always get unique solution for this. In case of no solution for this, always hit the corners. In case of infinite solutions or many solutions, so infinite solutions के अलावा एक और हो सकता है many solution, greater than one solutions. Greater than one solutions, if it is finite, you can manually check कि इनमें से कौन सी point highest utility है. Infinite solutions, whenever it happens, infinite solutions, it basically means कि ये सारे solutions जो है they are all maximas. So I am saying कि there are, if you imagine Earth as a uniform sphere, एक solid uniform sphere होता Earth, so all points could be thought of as maximum. So in case of infinite solutions, so in case of Earth, which is a solid ball, if you want to find the maximum altitude, you can pick any point and say this is the maximum altitude. It won't be wrong. So that's what is the solution for infinite solutions. If there are infinite solutions, pick any solution out of these infinite solutions, it will be a right answer. Okay, so now we know how to do it in two variable case. कि ये दो चीजें solve करनी है हमको, and then we are able to find out. Okay. So let's look at an example. Let's take our quasi-linear case, utility equals to x plus ln y. Okay. So for now, assume px equals to p and py equals to q. I'm not putting any values, I'm just saying they are p and q. So the equation first becomes, first equation was pxx plus pyy equals to I. So that is p into x plus q into y equal to I. Okay, income is I. Okay, because py is q. And second is MRS. इस चीज का MRS क्या होगा? MRS del u by del x मैं करूंगा तो 1, del u by del y करूंगा तो 1 by y. ln y का differentiation is 1 by y. So this is y. ठीक है? Now this must be equal to price ratio, which is p by q. Okay. So y की एक constant value आ गई मेरी पास, y equals to p by q. So irrespective of income, I always want to consume y equals to p by q. ठीक है? आएगा भी. So y equals to p by q. But what if your income is insufficient to buy this much y? Let's say I'm saying कि y की amount तो हमेशा p by q. Let's say p by q is let's say p is phi, Q is 1 and income is 2. ठीक है? So P by Q becomes equal to phi, Q is 1. So the expenditure that you want to do on good Y is Q into Y, which is equal to, by doing cross multiplication you can find that this is equal to P. So the amount of expenditure that you want to do on good Y in optimized P, which in this case is 5. So तुम 5 रुपए spend करना चाहते हो on good Y, but the income that you have is only 2. So you cannot do it. Okay, so what will happen is, in this case you will spend your entire income on good Y. Okay, so in this case we'll get a corner solution in the sense कि तुम्हारे पास जितना है तुम उससे good Y consume करोगे. Okay, so you will be spending your entire income on good Y and you will be consuming Y equals to I by Py, which is 2 by price of good Y is what, 1. So you will be buying 2 units of good Y and you will be buying nothing of good X. So इसका एक example है. The example is, let's say you are suffering from a disease and your doctor says that you have to consume 5 capsules per day. So 5 capsules तक you want to consume your medicine, उसके beyond you do not want to consume your medicine. Okay, so अगर budget constraint नहीं होता, then you would have consumed amount of good Y equals to 5 only, irrespective of how rich you are. अगर तुम्हारी income 1000 होती तो भी तुम Y का quantity 5 ही consume करते हो, because the doctor has told you कि 5 capsules a day is sufficient. ठीक है, beyond 5 there is no need to consume anything extra. So that's quasi-linear preferences. So Y की amount तुम एक limit तक इतना सिर्फ वो ही consume करते हो और उसके बाद तुम सिर्फ X consume करते हो. Okay? So beyond this, any further, so till the point that your income becomes equal to 5, you will consume only good Y. And as long as soon as your income becomes greater than 5, you will consume 5 units of Y and remaining X. So graphically this is Y and this is X. So this is your Y equals to 5 wala IC. These are your other ICs. Okay. So in this case, अगर तुम्हारी बजट लाइन इसके अंदर है, ठीक है, इस पॉइंट से अंदर कहीं पे भी है, then you are going to consume this point. But beyond this point, what will happen is the ICs will now start showing tangency. So अगर इसके beyond तुम्हारा IC आ गया, then you start getting tangency conditions. And then जो tangency conditions होगी वो सारी ऐसी होगी. They'll be along this horizontal. So beyond this, if you have any IC, the tangency conditions will always be along this horizontal line, because along this horizontal line you have Y equal to 5. ठीक है, so तुम्हारे जो optimum consumption points होंगे, जैसे जैसे income 0 पे 0, income जैसे जैसे बढ़ेगी you will move like this and then you start moving like this. ठीक है, so these things will become clearer as we go forward. अभी के लिए it might look a little daunting, but as we develop more techniques to find optima, you will be able to handle these kind of situations better after we do indirect utility functions. So that's utility maximization in two goods. Let's take a simpler example. Let's take a convex example. Let's take utility equal to under root xy. Px equal to 4, Py equal to 1, income equal to 8. Okay. So first equation is पहले MRS वाली equation use कर लेते हैं. MRS y by x equal to Px upon Py. So Px upon Py is 4, which implies y equals to 4x. That's equation number 1. Equation number 2 is Pxx, that is 4x, plus Pyy, that is 1y, is equal to I, that is 8. Okay. So 4x is equal to y. So I can write 2y equal to 8, which implies y equal to 4. So since y equal to 4, I can directly find x equal to 1. So 1 comma 4 ये मेरा optima आ गया. So convex cases are very straightforward to handle. What is not straightforward to handle is cases like quasi-linear. Okay. एक और एग्जांपल कर लेते हैं. Utility equals to 3x plus 5y. ठीक है. Px equal to Py equal to 1. Income equal to 50. So 3x plus 5y. 3x plus 5y मतलब स्लोप क्या होगा इस IC का 3 by 5, which is slightly flatter than 1. तो मैं इस टाइप के ICs बना लेता हूँ. बजट लाइन का स्लोप क्या होगा 1, which is going to be steeper than this. So I'll just construct a steeper IC budget line like this. Okay. Now if I try to find MRS equals to price ratio, MRS की वैल्यू 3 by 5 इक्वल टू 1. इसके कोई सोल्यूशन नहीं है. सो नो सोल्यूशन के केस में आई हैव टू गो फॉर द कॉर्नर्स. कॉर्नर्स मतलब y intercept and x intercept. So y intercept is when I consume only good y. So if I consume only good y, I'll be consuming 15 units of good y. If I consume only good x, I'll be consuming 15 units of good x. So this point becomes 0, 15. This point becomes 15, 0. अब ये दोनों पॉइंट्स को सब्स्टिट्यूट करके यहाँ पे देख लो. When you substitute 0, 15, you get utility is 5 into 15, that is 75. When you substitute 15, 0, you get utility is 3 into 15, that is 45. So obviously 75 is larger than 45, so you are going to pick this one. So generally the way we do things is कि हम देख लेते हैं कि steeper है IC या flatter है. So whenever ICs are flatter than the budget line, you are going to pick the y-intercept. But in case that the ICs are steeper than the budget line, so जब IC steeper हो जाएंगे budget line के, let's say a situation like this. This is your budget line, and these are your ICs. Let's say this is your budget line, and the ICs are steeper. Then the highest IC that you can reach is this one. So in this case, you are going to consume only the X intercept. Okay? So I don't want you to remember this, but whenever you are confused, you can just draw this simple diagram and check ki slope of IC greater than slope of budget line. This implies X intercept. And the reverse case is y intercept.